It's very clear that Pilot Flying J is pushing for a very busy end of the year. There's multiple new sites spotted under construction, and when I say multiple, 8 of them. There's a very large amount. It seems like every day I turn around, there's another new Pilot Flying J site spotted under construction, and there's multiple sites that have been energized, just waiting for final commissioning. So it's very clear they're getting ready for a final push to the end of the year. I want to go into other infrastructure channels. Alan Yates, as other people have heard from previous updates, is covering the Love's DC fast charger builds, and he's got his second episode available, so feel free to go check that out. Secondly, Landon, who runs the Arkansas eTraveler YouTube channel, has offered to take the Walmart project off my list. His first episode is available. I think he's going to be doing his second episode in the not too distant future. I will link those down below in the description, so feel free to go sign up for subscriptions with both those gentlemen's channels if you wish to follow either one of those two DC fast charger builds. And just briefly going over the amenities at the Pilot Flying J, in my opinion, the most important amenity is their locations. These are immediately off the interstate, so when you get off the exit, you only have to go a couple hundred feet to get on the property of these locations, which I think is the most valuable feature that these stations offer. There's also multiple other nice things to have, like food, restrooms, Wi-Fi, things like that. But, obviously the canopies are really nice. The security, they're open 24/7, 365, all those fun things. But in my opinion, the most important thing is that they are immediately off the interstate. And one of the locations near me, I took some video of. Let's go ahead and quickly take a look at what that station build is looking like. It's kind of curious. I don't know what this right here in the middle of the screen is, because as you'll see, there's one charger here. This is the city charger that provides the Chatamo handle. You can see the Chatamo handle. And then two chargers or dispensers, and the third one there. So I honestly don't know what this thing right here in the middle is, unless it's a Canopy foundation maybe. And here's the switchgear and charging hardware, and where the transformer will go, as you can see, is right next to the Denny's. Very nice Denny's inside there. Is spacious, good hot food, pretty quick service, and the 3 chargers. Here's a sweep of the entire site. That's obviously going to be a light pole, I believe. And I'm not quite sure if this is getting a canopy, because as I said, there's this thing right here, this orange thing, and then there's that other one at the end. So I don't really have my head wrapped around exactly what's going on here yet. So it'll be interesting to see how this transpires. Here's the progress over time, and as I said, I would expect to see a large spike, similar to what we saw at the end of 2023. There was a large spike in activity right at the end, and I would think we're going to do something similar, except to a greater extent, because there's more stations that are out there in the wings waiting to be commissioned. Now let's get into the update. New this update, we've got Brooklyn, Iowa on Interstate 80, and you'll hear Interstate 80 quite a bit during this update. Weed, California, open. Both these locations that opened are Canopy locations, so those will be in the slide deck following this update that shows all the Canopy locations, both open and spotted under construction. McCalla, Alabama, which is just outside of Birmingham. We have Morris, Illinois, which is over here. Then Rochelle, Illinois, on the way to Wisconsin. We have Hobbartstadt, Indiana, which is this one down here at the tip of Indiana. Northfield, Minnesota, south of Minneapolis. Mill Hall, Pennsylvania. This is a NEVI site. It is now under construction. Jerome, Idaho. So Idaho now has 3 sites under construction. That's pretty significant. So I think that's significant progress in and of itself. Morialto, New Mexico is in the early phases. That's this one here on the other side of Albuquerque. We have West Albuquerque here, and then now we have Moriarty, New Mexico as well. This is what it looks like in table form. I'll pause here for a second. Total of 10 sites since the last update. It's been very active. And as you can see, Interstate 80, Interstate 80, Interstate 80. So 3 new ones on Interstate 80, which is a east-west cross-country interstate. The price is continuing to fall. We're now at 57.5 cents per kilowatt hour as the average across the entire network. We haven't seen this average price go up in quite some time. It's been dropping for months. And I think the reason being is every time they open a new site, the price continues to be at a very reasonable rate. So this average price continues to drop as a result. We're at 75 sites open, 63 spotted under construction. Texas is 2 above Ohio and far away, double the number of sites of Georgia, which stands to reason. It's a very big state. Interstate 40 has pushed ahead further. It now has 15 sites included on Interstate 40, 75 is second. And down here, Interstate 80 is what I was talking about. It now has 6 sites. So it seems to be something that they're targeting. Perhaps for a second east-west corridor, I'm not quite sure, but there's definitely a lot of activity on Interstate 80. Central Time Zone has 28 open, 27 spotted under construction. The Eastern Time Zone has 41 open, 24 spotted under construction. The Mountain Time Zone has 2 open, but 10 spotted under construction. That is a significant change of fortune. Pacific Time Zone has 4 open, 2 spotted under construction. I'm going to go ahead and roll the slide deck of all the Canopy locations, both open and under construction, as well as the full data tables. Thank you for watching.